Alright, so in this video we're going to be showcasing the Cyber style. So this is one of the newer limited style that they add to the game. This is inspired by basically Martinez from Cyberpunk Edgerunner. Yeah, we're going to be showcasing the styles. So your first one is called Implant. You can only use this move when you don't have the ball, and this will technically give 4 different abilities. And it's all random, by the way. So your first new ability is called Dash Through. You could get 4 different abilities. First one is called Dash Through. Pretty much you must not have the ball, but it's pretty much a dashing move, and it actually goes really far and looks something like that. Pretty cool stuff. And then okay, we still got to get Dash Through, but yeah, we can get different abilities as well, so just keep that in mind. For example, we pretty much receive like a speed boost as well. You can pretty much get a shooting boost, you can get like a speed boost, you can get Pass Through, or you can get a move called Projectile. And Projectile, it's pretty much a shooting move, and it guaranteed goes in and stuff, so it's actually pretty cool. And yeah, you also get a move called Projectile. I don't really know how they trigger. I believe it's all random based, but maybe if you're farther away from the core, you might get like Projectile, but if you're closer to the core, you might get Pass Through or something like that. But Projectile looks pretty much something like this. It all pretty much 100% goes in and stuff, so that's pretty nice. Alright, and your next move is called Mine. So pretty much this is a stealing move, and you pretty much charge forward, you get pretty much steal the ball. And this also boosts your psycho meter, so that's actually pretty nice. So on the ball variation is called Try Me. So pretty much this gives you like a buff where people cannot steal like the ball that you have. So even if you're not dribbling, so let's say we pretty much activate Try Me. In my main account, use pretty much steal, so we activate that, and they pretty much try to steal the ball. We pretty much get like a speed buff and stuff, so that's actually pretty nice. But if it doesn't, like, let's say they don't try to like steal it, if you pretty much get debuff, and they can pretty much steal the ball and stuff. So just keep that in mind. It's like a double-edged sword where pretty much if you're close to like the basket, you can pretty much activate Try Me so they can't steal. Maybe can you even dribble, or can you shoot? I guess you can't shoot or something when you're activating Try Me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the base. Now let's go through the awakening.
I couldn't wait for you to come back. You never noticed how I really had it bad. I couldn't fake it on a good day. I loved you more than I could ever really say. Come back, stay together.
Alright, so your first move in Awakening is called the Moon. It looks something like this. Pretty much what you get is a bunch of buffs. So you guys can see we're pretty much getting out of this tube. We're pretty much going to be wearing like an armor, and we pretty much get tons of buffs like speed boost. We also get shooting I think you shoot faster, and you're more accurate with like your shots and stuff. So it's like an all-around buff and stuff. It's actually pretty nice. I don't know why I'm not wearing the armor, but you're pretty much, I believe your discharge becomes full, and you pretty much get all type of like buff and stuff. Try Me is still the same ability, same with Mine, like that move where you put steal. Hyperthought, let me activate, let's see what it does. I believe you pretty much freeze everyone around you and stuff, and that's pretty nice. So yeah, you pretty much freeze everyone around you, so you can pretty much run around and stuff. You can try to shoot if it works. Yeah, really OP of ability, and your discharge goes down very slowly. You pretty much get a bunch of buffs and stuff, and you look how fast I move around. Like, it's this dumb. Like, look how fast like you move around. But pretty much when you activate like the Moon, your psycho bar will become full, but once it will fully drain, and you pretty much get debuff and stuff. So just keep that in mind. But anyways, with that said, that's pretty much it, this style, and I might probably play like a footage and stuff, or like play like a match, but we'll see. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it.